Hello everyone, your radar contact, and welcome to another VASaviation video. Welcome to another analysis, and we'll be reviewing an incident that happened more than a year ago. I published a poll on my community tab on YouTube for you guys to vote which video you'd like me to analyze, and this was the most requested one, so there we go. As always, you can go watch the original uncut video by following the link in the description below. We'll watch the video together and pause it at different times to talk about what's going on. 22nd October 2017, an Air Canada Airbus A320 performing flight Air Canada 781 from Montreal to San Francisco was inbound for landing on runway 28 right when the aircraft was instructed to go around up to 6 times without any response from the pilots. The aircraft landed safely uninstructed on runway 28 right. Just one thing before we start watching the video that I consider important and many people have asked, and is what does being the frequency blocked mean? Aviation radios follow what is called simplex unidirectional transmission. This means only one station can transmit at a time. If 2 or more stations transmit at the same time, the frequency becomes unreadable and no message can be heard. You can watch the previous analysis for further information about this. There are Canada 81.
Southwest 4362, wind 2706, runway 1 left, so takeoff, don't delay. 1 left, go for takeoff, no delay, copy 4362. Air Canada 781, San Francisco Tower, wind 2706, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Land 28 right, Air Canada 781.
So just a bit of context so you guys can understand the animation better is we're going to have 4 main airplanes in the game. These are our subject Air Canada aircraft, which is Air Canada 781 represented in green color, 2 blue airplanes that have just landed on runway 28 right and are waiting to cross runway 28 left, and these are United 2065 number 1 and Southwest 3117 number 2. These 2 airplanes are waiting to cross runway 28 left on Tango taxiway, waiting for clearance to cross. And then we have another inbound aircraft in blue landing on 28 left, which is United 384.
Southwest 3117, go down to Delta, please. Well, alright. Southwest 3117, yeah, use Tango there, hold short 28 left.
Tango, hold short 28 left, Southwest 3117.
Okay, here you can see the controller wants Southwest to depart at Delta, but it's too late as they have already started to vacate at Tango. There is a problem right now, and it's like Tango may be too short to extend 2 airplanes, so that Southwest 3117 would block runway 28 right so that Air Canada 781 cannot land on runway 28 right.
Sorry, 9384, 28 left.
Yeah, 384, San Francisco Tower, 28 left, clear to land, wind 2706.
28 left, clear land, yeah, 384.
Air Canada 781, go around.
So this is the first go-around call for Air Canada 781. Apparently the controller wants to hold those 2 airplanes until the inbound for 28 left has landed. This means part of the Southwest 3117's fuselage is probably inside of the runway 28 right limits. Holding points and exit taxiways have different marks painted on the surface, which represent a crossing bar to consider a runway vacated or still occupied. We can say Southwest 3117 had not crossed that crossing bar yet, so it's still considered as they are occupying the runway, forcing the Air Canada to go around, but Air Canada will never acknowledge such instruction. It's one go around call.
Air Canada 781, go around.
Second go around call. And following communication.
Air Canada 781, go around.
3.
Air Canada 781, go around.
4. I'm sure some of these calls are on emergency guard.
Air Canada 781, go around.
5 times.
New Zealand 7 Heavy, contact NorCal departure.
New Zealand 7 Heavy.
Air Canada 781, go around.
and this is a 6th time. The controller now realizes the Air Canada will never go around, and we have a serious conflict between the Southwest, which is still on the runway, maybe not entirely, but part of it is still occupying the runway, and the Air Canada, which is landing.
Hawaiian 12 Heavy, turn left at Echo, ground point 8.
Go to the ground, 12 Heavy.
United 2065 without delay, cross to left center, ground point 8. Without delay, please. Traffic company 2 mile final and they're fast.
Yeah, we're moving United 20.
South.
So he changes his mind, sending United 2065 to cross runway 28 left as soon as that beeline aircraft, which is Brussels aircraft, where Brussels Airlines, vacates, allowing Southwest to move forward and totally vacate runway 28 right so that Air Canada can land safely. This is stressful for the controller because we also have United 384, which is really close to land on runway 28 left, but it worked. United 2065 crossed runway 28 left, then Southwest taxied down on Tango, vacating the runway, and Air Canada landed safely.
Air Canada 781 tower.
United 2065 has crossed runway 28 left, Southwest has moved forward on Tango taxiway, and now Air Canada has the runway clear for landing.
Air Canada 781 tower.
Second call.
Air Canada 781 tower.
Third call.
Yeah, I got 71 is coming with the radio here.
Back.
That's pretty evident. Air Canada 781, pull all the way up to the southwest, get as close as you can, and hold short of runway 28 left. Air Canada 781.
Yeah, check that. Go to the southwest here, 71.
Southwest 3117, cross to left ground point 8.
Cross 28 left, ground point 8, southwest 3117.
Air Canada 781, cross 28 left, center ground point 8.
Alright, 1.8, class 28 left, Air Canada 781.
Crossing runway 28 left as soon as the United 384 has landed safely and slowed down on the runway.
Air Canada 781, taxi Bravo to the ramp.
Bravo to the ramp, Air Canada 781.
Possible pilot deviation, I have a number, let me know when you're ready.
That famous number for you to copy, so this is the number.
Air Canada 781, are you ready for the number?
Yeah, go ahead for 781.
Canada 781, 650 878.
Okay, so the phone number is already is obviously hidden on my side. Once everything is correct and safe, the Air Canada pilots are given a phone number to call. This is something that many of you ask, and is what is that number for, or who are they calling? This number is for either the tower or the airport authorities, and it is to discuss the situation, what has happened, why didn't you comply with the instructions you were given, etc. This was a very serious incident that could have been avoided very easily, and here I give my most personal points of view, trying to make the aviation safer. These are my opinions, my conclusions, and my subjective ideas. If any of you is more familiar with SFO than I am, please let me know if I make mistakes here. Number 1, clearance to land even though the runway is not clear. I know it's useful in the United States, I know it's useful, I know it's legal, and I know some weather and some phenomena must be present at the time to provide multiple landing clearances. But it is also very dangerous if something wrong happens. A few days ago, I uploaded a video in which an aircraft had been cleared to land when another aircraft was on the runway waiting for takeoff, and some interference on the radio made it impossible to tell the inbound aircraft to go around. You can go watch that video following the link in the description as well. I have only flown once in the United States as a pilot, and the rest of my flying hours are in Spain. In other countries other than the USA, controllers usually say continue approach, expect late landing clearance, or just continue approach, which does not give you clearance to land. This means if you reach to your minimum height or altitude and you don't receive a clearance to land, you automatically go around. Imagine your radios fail or the frequency gets blocked and you only have a continue approach clearance. You will not land and you will go around. Number 2, having all airplanes vacate via Tango instead of using the rest of the exit taxiways. The main thing why the Air Canada couldn't land is because there were two airplanes at Tango, which seems too short to stand them both, so that the tail of the second aircraft was still over the runway. There are several exit taxiways on runway 28 right, and Southwest could have been given a rollout and exit the next to the left. Actually, it was the controller's idea, but it was too late. Maybe they should tell the airplanes to vacate via a specific taxiway when they take in on final approach. Number 3, last but not least, pilots must monitor the frequency and surroundings at all times. Airliners usually have 2 operative radios, and one of them is always tuned on 121.500, which is the international emergency frequency. If their failure was with radio number 1, I'm sure they heard a call on 121.5 coming from the tower. If they had a total radio failure, it is a coincidence that it was fixed right after landing. The tower controllers also use the visual signals, which every pilot should know of. Controllers have different lights and even pyrotechnics to be used in case of a radio failure to tell instructions to the aircraft. They were given the flashing red light, which means cancel your previous clearance, do not land. The pilot monitoring should be the one keeping an eye on the tower during the final approach segment. So that's it for the review of this incident. Hoping to know your opinions here in the comments, and hopefully we'll make the aviation a bit safer for tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Press that thumbs up button if you liked it. Also subscribe to the channel to become a new VASaviation family member, and make sure you have the notifications bell on so that YouTube lets you know every time a new video is released. Thanks for your support. Radar service terminated, Squawk VFR, and frequency change approved. See ya.